One of the Sundays earlier this month had a reading from the Hebrews that began with a beautiful definition of faith. It said, "Faith is the realization of what is hoped for and evidence of things not seen." I couldn't help but think about the concept of faith as represented in that statement when I read the gospel for today. It really struck me to think about making offerings and the value that's put on the offering, as opposed to the intent of the offering, regardless of its value. Today's reading we read, "If one swears by the temple, it means nothing. But if one swears by the gold in the temple, one is obligated. Blind fools, which is greater, the gold or the temple that made the gold sacred? And you say, if one swears by the altar, it means nothing. But if one swears by the gift on the altar, one is obligated. You blind ones, which is greater, the gift or the altar that makes the gift sacred?" Well, how do we make offerings, and for what purpose? I thought about churches in the past when pews were purchased by those with the deepest pockets and riches, and they were sitting in the front of the church to be recognized for their grand contributions to the church, and those with empty pockets were in the rear. Neither gold nor gifts bring us closer to God. Our desire to love Him and embrace our roles as loved and loving children of God is the essential part of our being. I still remember my awe when I sat in the Basilica of St. Peter's in Rome over 50 years ago, and the beautiful sense of presence of something very sacred. However, it's not unlike the feeling that I get in a little chapel on the side of a mountain in Santuario, Colombia, particularly in an afternoon with the sun coming through and no one else in the chapel. The beautiful sense of presence of something very sacred. God is with us in the golden splendor and also in the simplistic. A song that captures this for me is the song 10,000 Reasons, Bless His Holy Name, by Matt Redman, Redman. 10,000 Reasons. The altar or temple is not necessarily a physical place, rather a sacred place where we find God. It can be anywhere, and it is everywhere. Amen.